Welcome to Shut Up Football. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jeff Stoltzfus. That's Kevin. Last week, the NFL news cycle was breached by a killer whale. Skip Bayless' twisted dreams came true, and Micah Parsons is planning his escape. If it was barely news, we'll talk about it. Hot take ghoul and villain from a Muppet movie, Skip Bayless, has finally found a partner for his FS1 show, Undisputed. Former NFL cornerback Richard Sherman. Bayless, seen here watching an elderly woman fall, has been looking for a replacement since Shannon Sharpe left. Sherman has previously shown just how he feels about Bayless.
I'm better at life than you. I'm better than you. I'm gonna crush you.
It's a perfect pairing, the Legion of Boom versus the Legions of Boomer. According to the Indy Star, Colts owner Jim Irsay is paying $20 million to get an Orca released back into the Pacific Ocean, flying her from Miami to Seattle. Some people think Jim Irsay is being a Moby Dick because he refused to pay running back Jonathan Taylor more money, but he spent $20 million on an Orca? But that's not how this works. It's not like Jim Irsay was like, "Sorry, Johnny boy, I shoved my last dollar bills into Lolita's blowhole." It's clearly stated in the NFL rulebook that Orcas are not beholden to the salary cap. Look it up. This isn't him choosing an Orca over Jonathan Taylor. This is just some crazy billionaire stuff. Like if he bought 50 Lamborghinis, filled them with ravioli, and had sex with them. Your first thought shouldn't be, what about Jonathan Taylor? It should be, what about all the hungry children of the world who will go to sleep tonight ravioli-less? Not about a billionaire's pecorino covered in sauce. If you're looking for rational decision-making, I don't think Jim Irsay is your guy. He hired Jeff Saturday last year to be their coach. He's just throwing spaghetti against the wall and seeing what sticks. And none of it's sticking, because the spaghetti is uncooked. Maybe he watched Free Willy too many times because, as of a few hours ago, Jim Irsay finally granted Jonathan Taylor his freedom. He's since been traded to SeaWorld. In an interview with GQ, Dallas Cowboys' Micah Parsons said, "I've been telling my friends that one day I'm gonna disappear, and you'll see me in Africa."
Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
Wow. What about that shadowy place?
That's beyond our borders. You must never go there, Simba.
But I thought a king can do whatever he wants.
Shut up.
I have to agree with Mike on this one. The guns, the violence, the blood diamonds. Who wouldn't want to take a break from the NFL? I also appreciate the fact that he said he's going to disappear. Like, Jerry's gonna come in and start talking about his contract and then pull the covers back and find it's just pillows strategically placed under a blanket. Then he'll whisper, "Micah." Smash cut to Parsons looking up from under a white fedora and riding off on a hippo. Secret vacations are tight. Derek Carr has an opportunity this season to make history. He could become the first quarterback in NFL history to lose to 31 different franchises. He's like the Tom Brady of sucking. So far, he's lost to 30 teams. He just needs to lose to the Panthers, one of the 2 times they play this year. To reach 32, he'd need to lose to the Raiders, but they don't play the Saints this year. Unless they both go to the Super Bowl. No one wants to make history for sucking. Like, we're all thrilled to find out that cows can produce milk, but an even bigger shout out to Steve for finding out that bulls don't. Derek Carr's not a historically bad quarterback, but you know who was? Johnny Manziel. And it turns out that there was a reason for that. At least one. Turns out former quarterback Johnny Manziel watched 0 game film while in the NFL. He said this in a new film, which means he'll never see it.
He doesn't watch tape. I'm like, well, he's got to watch some tape. It's like, EB, his iPad hours is 0.00.
0.
Manziel gave professional football games the same amount of prep as a post-Thanksgiving game with the family. The Netflix documentary is called Untold, Johnny Football. It's actually a pretty sad look into the highs and lows of pro sports and the pressures that come with it. Alexa, show me sadness. Former quarterback Carson Wentz posted some pictures on social media of him working out in a combination of gear from his former employers, the Colts, the Eagles, and his future employer, McDonald's. It's pretty clever to wear your resume. I tried something similar getting mine tattooed on my lower back, but The integrity was undermined by the artist's choice of papyrus font. Now my tramp stamp just looks stupid. What does Sean Payton have against bucket hats? Payton laid down some ground rules for his team before their first preseason game, and it included no bucket hats on the sideline. Technically, he said Gilligan hats, which is a reference to the sitcom Gilligan's Island from the 1960s. It's all the kids talk about these days. Gilligan was played by actor Bob Denver, who famously wore a bucket hat. It didn't make much sense until I found the rest of his no-no list, which included no shoe phones, no dressing like a genie, and no black and white. If you're a fan of Netflix's quarterback series, good news, season 2 is on the way, and you won't believe who's in it, because they won't tell us. At least, not until it's ready to come out. But we know one guy who's definitely not in it, Trevor Lawrence. He was approached and he said no, which is depressing. He's depriving us of learning his hair care routine. A bit selfish. He said he likes the show, but the timing is wrong. Or maybe he didn't want Netflix to find out he's still sharing an account with Urban Meyer. Netflix could use an updated leading man. These Kevin Spacey posters of mine around the office are drawing looks from coworkers. They better find somebody. If there's no quarterback season 2, what will I watch while on my phone pooping? Not pooping on my phone, just while I'm pooping on the... You get it. I just hope that next year Trevor Lawrence can give the people of Florida something to binge other than fentanyl. Thanks for watching Shut Up Football. I hope you had some fun. If you did, please like and subscribe, click the bell to get notified, leave your comments below, and say hi to your mom for me. And we'll see you next time. Peace!
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Sometimes I tell myself I'm a pretty little boy.
I'm better than you. I'll crush you. Micah.